Hi, welcome to City Country 6 Podcast. This is where you get to hear inside conversations between city and country about life, kids, womanhood, culture, black southern things. Eavesdrop in on our phone conversations to laugh, cry, amen, disagree, and agree with your bi-weekly dose of what did I just listen to? Let's listen in on this week's most recent phone call of differences. Hey girl.
Hey, how are you?
Girl, it's been a week. Well, we ain't even talked in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy. We've been super
Yeah,
busy. So
yeah, but we're back.
we're back and ready to roll. We on the
We are
actual
back. We're back on schedule.
and we're doing great. Um any
Early.
highlights for you this past week or past 2 weeks?
Mm, not that I can think of. I don't think so. Do I have any highlights?
Well, I
Oh
was gonna
no.
say something, but I'm gonna let it go.
What? What?
I was just gonna
What?
ask, can you remember what you did 5 minutes ago?
I probably don't. Are you asking me to think about 2 weeks? I was really trying to think, like, what did I have for dinner tonight?
That was like 2 hours ago.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking of myself. Like last 2 weeks of the highlights. I had some French fries tonight. They were
Well,
delicious.
there you go. There's your vegan food choice of the day.
French fries. When you
French
can't eat anything else, you eat French fries and eat some plain potato chips.
plain potato chips. Which hey, that actually goes into the today's topic. But before we get to today's topic, French fries. Why do you have them during the week and not on Friday? I mean, it's literally called Friday. It's my dad joke. It's a dad joke for the You're welcome.
What?
we have
Goodbye.
we have Friday fries. We have Friday fries. We have fries on Friday.
Like, are you for real?
Yeah, like we have a whole entire day. Like it's fries, not every meal, but it's basically fried chicken and fries. That's what we do. Or grilled chicken and fries, whichever one.
Okay, wait a minute. Stop. So you got me on this one. Like fried chicken, like a whole piece of chicken, like with a bone in it.
No. Kids can't do
Like,
that. They'll
like,
choke and die.
okay, no, they won't. But you mean like a chicken tender, like chicken tenders and fries?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay. But you only can eat them on Fridays.
No. We can eat them Saturday too, because we're probably not going to make anything special on Saturday either. And then
But
Sunday,
it's special because it's
it's
Friday.
Friday, exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, the
Oh,
CEO is the one that came up with that, and it all kind of works together because by the end of the week, I'm tired of coming up with whatever to eat for dinner. So shoot, put some fries in the air fryer, and we've got a meal, and whatever fruit that I particularly throw in their face. But yeah,
another thing we have that's not in common. I actually like cooking and I like meal planning.
I hate meal planning. I literally look forward to the weekend so that the CFO can cook. I don't have to.
But if you plan the meals, you don't have to think about what am I cooking. It's just you have a menu.
Yeah, no. I like
No,
flying by the
okay.
seat of my pants. It makes
I
life
don't.
interesting.
No, no. Life is interesting when you plan it. That's a quote. Somebody write it down.
Okay. Oh, I do have a story to
Life.
tell you before we get into the thing, but what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Nope. Oh, you're good. What are you gonna
Um,
say?
you had asked me about why I was swiping my card so much and why I was meeting up with my dentist.
Oh yes, you
The
do have something interesting the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I do.
You've
And
been
that
going on hot. been going on hot dates with your dentist.
Yeah. She's a nice lady. Don't get me wrong. She's sweet and everything. Just not my type. Just not my type. She did good work. I just okay, so after talking to my mother, I found out that it's probably been 20 years since I've been to a dentist. So it's a blessing that I only had 9 cavities. And out of those 9, I think it was like 4 or so that need to be redone due to old fillings and cavities coming up around the old fillings. But the issue that I have is that I will psych myself out. So if I don't do it all in one sitting, or not do it all, but do majority in one sitting, I won't do it. And then it'll cause me problems later. Well, so I went, I think last Monday, and for 2 hours had my jaw open and had 6 fillings done. And I had a reaction to the first numbing injection. So I had to get a different kind. Well, this different kind doesn't last as long as the original. And so I had to be numbed up like again and again, which was fine because I couldn't feel the needles the second go around because I was partially numb. But holding your mouth open for 2 hours is a task. It's a marathon. But it was like, either we do it now or I'm not driving back there. Like, I've already seen you 3 times. I don't want to see you anymore after this. Still had to come back and see her because I had a reaction because she had to use some of the original numbing medication because I was I was actually gaining. I was gaining feeling while she was working. And so I had a reaction. And then what they call TMJ. Basically your jaw, kind of locks up on you and your ligaments and all that are not loose because you had your jaw wide open. So I had to get medication for that. And I had to get my bite fixed. So I don't sound like I'm spitting out sunflower seeds every time I talk.
Gosh.
And she had to inspect and make sure my jaw wasn't like infected or anything from all the drilling and stuff that she had to do. So I swiped my card again because the jaw pain had not left a week later. And I'm like, okay, sore and discomfort's one thing, but I couldn't open my mouth wide enough to take a bite of food, eat a cheeseburger. And I was like, goodness, this is uncomfortable. They was like, yeah, shouldn't last a week. Tooth sensitivity, yes, but not being able to move your jaw is one thing. So yeah, I had to get some scripts, get some subscriptions, as the old people say, and get her to look in my mouth.
Not the subscription.
The subscriptions. Come on up there, get me my subscriptions from that Winn-Dixie. Okay, prescriptions, Grandma.
Okay.
But now I can eat food on the left side. Yeah, I can eat food on the left side now, and it doesn't feel like I've been stung by 2 or 3 bees in my mouth either. So
that's good.
Yeah, don't wait 20 years to get your teeth done. But it's not like it's not like it's a
I won't. I'm trying to be quiet.
No, go ahead, because I lost the thought. I'm done. I've lost it. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Part of it is my fault for not using my dental insurance when I did have dental insurance. And the other is not taking care of myself. So take care of yourself. Do what you got to do. Make yourself feel better. Or, be pushing 40 and wishing you did. So lesson learned, life lesson learned. And then, of course, your body doesn't react to the same things after 7 years. That's something else I learned in the biology. Your body changes every 7 years or so. Changes even more after you have kids. So
yeah,
what you weren't allergic to, you're suddenly allergic to after you have a kid.
Yeah, I think that's me in animal stuff.
Yeah,
animal products.
You weren't like that before you had kids, and it doesn't happen immediately either.
Mm-mm. It's the
It's,
gift that keeps on giving.
yeah, it's like every year you find something new you can't have.
It's like, this is not the body I had a long time ago.
Yeah, not the body you can eat.
Whatever you
Yeah,
want,
whatever you wanted, and then now you're
you think about it and you gain weight.
exactly. Or you think about it, and all of a sudden you're sitting on the toilet for 2 hours. So
That's an interesting thought.
what?
Sitting on the toilet for 2 hours.
What? Why do we want to talk about sitting on the toilet for 2 hours?
You said that. I didn't say it. You said it. I said that's an interesting thought. That's all I said.
What is so interesting about that?
Well, again, something we have that's not in common. I don't have those types of issues. Like, I don't throw up. I don't have like digestive issues. I just
Hmm.
don't.
Yeah. That's nice. I'm glad you don't have those issues.
Yeah.
My children
I remember
decided
throwing
to.
up as a kid, and that didn't feel good. That like hurt my stomach. I was like, I don't like this.
It's supposed to hurt your stomach. Is your stomach literally emptying itself?
Yeah, it's not a very pleasant feeling. So I decided not to do that again. So, thank God. Like, shout out to people who don't have morning sickness, because I never had it. Never had to deal with it. Thank God for that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you never did.
Eggo waffles for my first trimester. That's all I wanted to eat was Eggo waffles and syrup and
The
butter.
most processed food.
Shout out to Eggo. They got me through the first 3 months. I'm talking about I was just throwing them back like 4 at a time.
God, I only want them in spurts, and they have to be like crunchy. They can't be soft. You eat yours soft, like you probably put yours in a microwave, you nasty, uncultured person.
No, you toast them in the toaster.
Exactly, and they have to be crunchy.
No.
Well, then how are you toasting them?
They're like so lightly toasted. Like, if they get brown, any brown on them, I throw them away because they're burnt, in my opinion.
That's not burnt is black. Come on now.
Nope. I don't want them too brown because then they don't absorb the syrup like they're supposed to. So I'm the person who toasts things on the 1 or the 1.5 setting.
You want it lightly crumbly.
I don't want it to crumble at all. Like, I don't want it. I don't like crunchy stuff.
You
like
don't
that.
What? So
I want it soft. I don't eat crust on things. I don't eat pizza crust. I don't eat bread crust. I like soft stuff. There's another conversation. What are we even supposed to be talking about right now?
Because what we're talking about right now.
I'm not going to get in trouble if you say I got off topic.
No, we're talking about this food, but that was way like you're 3 or 4 years old talking about I don't eat crust. I don't eat anything crunchy.
I can't. I don't eat crust. I don't like, if it has crust, I don't eat it.
Oh my goodness.
Nope. Shout out to my mommy who used to cut the crust off my sandwiches.
I cannot.
And to this day, I cannot eat crust. Like I said, just no. Mm-mm.
How do you?
No.
How do you eat pies? Because you're a fruit pie fanatic, and it literally is crust.
But I don't eat the edges. I just eat the center.
You're evil.
Cake, pieces of cake. I don't eat the edges. I'm an inside piece person. But if it's a slice, like if it's a round cake, you have like the triangle slices, I eat the cake and I leave the outside edges. I'm not doing it. Cheesecake, I eat the inside. I don't eat the outside. I just can't. No, it's nasty.
Cheesecake is not any different on the inside or outside.
It has an edge. It has a crust on the outside.
No, it's just as soft as it was on the center. What cheesecake are you eating?
Not. Okay, nothing that is cooked in a pan is going to have the exact same consistency in the center as it does on the outside edges. It's in contact with a hot pan. It's going to be different.
I just...
You can't tell me that the outside of a cheesecake and the inside is the same. It's not. It's
the
nice
cheesecakes that I've had, if it's crust crunchy hard on the outside, it's stale and you shouldn't even eat it.
Well, I didn't say it was crunchy. I just said it's a different texture.
Not
And I didn't say it was hard.
shouldn't be that much of a different texture though. For a
You said
cheesecake
not,
though.
but you said not much of, but there is still a difference.
Oh my goodness.
That is my argument. That it's a difference. I don't like the difference. It's not creamy like the inside of a cheesecake. It's still firmer than the inside.
Okay, that part,
And I
yes.
don't
The
like it.
outside is a little more firm than the
And I
fluffiness of the.
don't
Okay, that part I can agree with.
exactly.
But it's
And I don't
still
like it.
that's not that much of a difference though. It's not.
To you, it's that.
Because I've had some cheesecake where it's like because it's not the crust. The crust of it is not the issue because the crust is what it is. But the like top layer of the cheesecake is a little kind of it's not so much, I guess you would say like a firm pillow. And it's just not quite that kind, but it's not horrible. It's still
Not the
soft.
top. No, I'm talking about the edges. The edge, like when you
Well, I'm
cut
talking
the
about the only I'm just talking about like the way I can understand how you feel is what I'm getting at. It's like I've had them to where the top is a little like over baked, so it's a little firmer and it feels like the edge that you're talking about that I don't notice in cheesecakes that are done properly and they don't overcook them. It doesn't have that much of a huge difference to me, yes, but I still think, yeah, there's I don't know what's wrong with you. Just you eat the inner sides of the brownies.
of everything.
You eat brownies, and that's just unnecessary.
I do eat brownies, but it has to be an inside piece. Yeah, I definitely don't do brownies with edges. Oh
So
my
you hate
gosh.
cinnamon rolls.
I like cinnamon rolls.
You're the person that only eats that centerpiece and say everybody wants to
Yes,
stab
that's
because
the only one I want. I do not want the ones on the edge of it. Now you get it.
oh, that's the worst. Okay, that is the
If
worst.
it's not a centerpiece, I don't want it. I like literally don't want it.
This fits your personality though. This really does.
How?
You're the center of attention. You demand so much.
No, I'm not. I am definitely not that.
You demand so much. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that is interesting in a not so interesting way. I've met people who don't eat sauces. I've met people who don't particularly care for like the end pieces of bread.
Oh my gosh, that is the worst.
Keeps your bread from going dry.
And that's fine. They have a ministry. They are in the moisture ministry. They keep the bread moist. But let me tell you something. When all the inside pieces are gone, their time has come and they go in the trash.
You're the best pieces because they have they have fought the good fight and they've lasted a long time and they're still soft. At the end, they're still soft.
They were never soft though. That's the problem. From the beginning of time, edges were never soft. Those end pieces, they were never soft. And then they was just sitting there in the wherever you keep your bread, people, in the bread box, in the pantry, on the counter, wherever they were sitting doing their ministry. They were already crunchy from the beginning of time. And they've lasted this long to keep everybody else moist. And they're just done. They're just overworked and underpaid. And it's just time for them to just take their rest.
Oh my gosh.
No, and I'm not eating that. That's horrible. I cannot stand. And my husband loves to make a sandwich. And I just want to like literally thinking about it, just gagging on the inside like that.
I love
nasty.
making PB&Js with the end pieces of sandwich.
No.
It's the best.
No.
They're not good grilled cheese pieces, but PB&J.
They're not good for anything. They're not good for anything. They're good for feeding the ducks at the park.
You cannot feed ducks bread.
Why you can't?
It messes with their digestive tract. You're not supposed to feed
Well,
them
why
bread.
do they eat it?
Because they're hungry.
Okay, then everybody's happy.
No.
If they're not supposed to eat it, like that's for example for me. If you were to put a steak in front of me, I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not supposed to eat that, so I won't. Who said they weren't supposed? That's my question. Who said it? Because if their mom said, go on, baby duck, go on and eat it. If your mama told you can eat it, you can eat it. Okay.
I can't remember. It was something back in the day. But to move on, I mean, we done did a couple of foods already that are not on the list that I am just appalled at how
sorry.
you disrespect them, but that's okay. I mean, we've understood that from the last time we talked about food. But you did send me a web link from BuzzFeed about foods like that people don't like they didn't like as a child, and they definitely don't like as an adult. And I think they were chefs. I could be wrong, but either way, doesn't matter. Their foods are not really liked. Some of these I've never had. I don't know if you've had any of them. Just go through a list and see if we can get through the list for one. We may not even get through the list.
We'll make it. We'll make it.
And two, if you've made anything with one of these items. So first up on the list is rhubarb. I don't even
Never had it. Never had it. Have always wanted to try it, but I just never had the time to do so. But I do know that they pair well with strawberries.
Oh yeah,
most of the time people cook them with strawberries.
Yeah,
but I've never had
like
it.
a rhubarb pie or whatever or something like that. Yeah, no, never had it that I know of.
You'll know.
Oh well, then I don't want it.
Nobody's wasting their money to buy rhubarb unless it's just something that's common. So yeah, well, never had that experience.
The fact that it's named rhubarb though is disturbing in itself. It's just, the name just looks weird to me. I'm like, okay. But anyways, and then eggplant.
Oh, I love eggplant. What about you?
Never had it. Something about a purple plant that just didn't sit well with me. And it's green on the inside. That's even weirder.
No, it's not. It's white.
I thought the edges were green and the inside like it was a light green. But then that's even worse. Why is it purple?
You're gonna make me go cut it open because I have one in my refrigerator now. I don't ever remember seeing green.
Oh well, maybe it's just
it might be, and I never looked at it. But yeah, they're delicious. They kind of take on the flavor. It's very, in my opinion, it's a very neutral flavor. So it'll absorb whatever you put on it.
Well, that's disgusting.
It's like kind of like
lettuce.
Oh, I love lettuce. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about eggplant. So yes, I vote yes for eggplant. Thumbs up.
Never had it. So, and then of course, recent use of the eggplant emoji has made me go, yeah, no, I don't even want to try it.
Oh my God. So when I cook mine and cut it up, I'm like Lorena Bobbitt. Is that what you're saying?
Do what now? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
When I'm cutting my eggplant, am I Lorena Bobbitt at that point?
Lorena Bob? Who the hell? Who's that?
Oh my gosh. Never mind. Continue. What's the next one? I'm not going to explain it. You Google it later.
Okay, that's fine. Text it to me later so I can look it up and go, oh yeah, I know. See, I'm that I'm that black mom that don't know nobody's name, but I know your face. Oh, I'm that one. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know them. Mm-hmm. They relate to so-and-so mama. Yeah, I got that. All right, next, cottage cheese.
But okay, what are we saying again? Have we ever had it or do we like it?
Do you like it if you've ever had it, and if you haven't had it, say you haven't had it.
Okay, I've had it. It's okay. I can only eat it with like peaches or pineapples.
It's disgusting. I hate it. It's rotten milk. It is. I
always think about Little Miss Muffet whenever I eat it. It just makes me think about Little Miss Muffet.
Eating her curds and whey. Oh. Oh yeah, no. Anything, yogurt, cottage cheese, any of those fermented type deals, minus sour cream I can handle to a point. But anything like that, no.
Nope, eat it all. And I'll drink kefir too.
Drink what?
Kefir.
What's kefir?
It's a fermented yogurt drink.
Oh yeah. Nasty, disgusting. That goes into blue cheese.
I love it. I just bought some the other day.
So you're not vegan, you're vegetarian.
I'm vegan. I bought it. I bought some cheese pizzas tonight too. Don't mean I ate it.
Oh.
But I do. I love it. Like if I could eat it, I would. But I can't.
You would eat
I love
molded
blue cheese.
cheese.
Blue cheese dressing was my first salad dressing because that's what my dad liked.
Oh,
So as a kid, I always ate blue cheese dressing.
oh my. No, we were introduced with Thousand Island, which was horrible.
Ew.
It's
Who
disgusting.
wants a
Nobody,
sweet salad?
nobody
Nobody wants
wants
a
that.
sweet.
Nobody
Do
wants
you know how to make Thousand Island dressing?
it. No, I don't.
It's mayo, ketchup, and relish. Like that's the basic parts of it. You still have to put
Mm,
seasonings and spices, but yeah,
yeah,
it's like
no.
ketchup. It's like a hamburger without the mustard.
Yeah, no. Trust me, we got off of that really quickly. I think I went on to Italian dressing, and that was my thing until I got introduced to ranch. And then ranch has been my thing.
Yeah, I didn't meet ranch until I was in the eighth grade.
Oh, were you one of those that put it on your pizza?
No,
Oh, okay, that must have just
I
been one of
went
them
to
type
a
of things.
school and they had ranch dressing and everybody was eating it. And I was like, but where's the blue cheese? And they're like, ew, nobody eats blue cheese. I was like, that's all I eat.
But nobody eats blue cheese. You're the only Hasidity person in there eating some blue cheese. They probably they've never heard of blue cheese.
Like, where's the blue
Gosh,
cheese?
disgusting.
Anywho,
No.
what's the next food on the list?
Mushrooms. I go ahead and say no. I've had it. I don't like it. It's disgusting. No, thank you.
I literally buy about 2 pounds of mushrooms a week.
Oh my gosh. They look like
Yeah.
bug like when you slice them, the little dips underneath, they look like little eyes. It looks weird. It looks like a bug nose and a face all in one. It's just disgusting.
Well, there are different types of mushrooms. So you're probably talking about the button or the portobellos, but maybe you should meet some other types of mushrooms and maybe you'll
Okay.
become friends with them, like an oyster mushroom.
Okay, those two words together is not something I
No,
would even
okay.
take. No, my thing against mushrooms is the fact that, they are growing out in the country, growing up in the country, and you're told not to touch them, not to eat them or whatever, because, some of them could be poisonous and you don't know what they are. That's turned me away to go, okay, why do people just eat mushrooms then? That makes no sense to me if they're supposed to be, they're not all edible. How do you know which ones are and which ones aren't? And as a little kid, that's just stuck with me. And I did try it when I was older because I think I had it in stir fry or something. And the texture just doesn't do it for me. It's kind of like I know it's fleshy, gives off a fleshy texture, but it's not the fleshy that I'm used to. So it doesn't. The texture is what gets me. Taste, I don't really think it has a taste to me, but the texture is a thing, and I'm not keen on the texture. No.
Interesting. Okay.
No. So that's just a preference. I had nothing really against mushrooms outside of childhood trauma, and I tried it as an
Trauma.
adult. When you're walking out in the woods and they say, "Hey, don't touch that mushroom," and it's like up to your past your ankle, it's as tall as your calf, and you're like, "That's a giant mushroom." You don't eat mushrooms. Oh, okay, cool. And then you go to a restaurant and they're like, "Hey, we've got like I have soup with mushrooms in it. That's fine. I just don't eat the mushrooms." It just works
Okay.
out. But anyways, this one, can't wait to hear what you got on it though. Tuna,
Yes, eat
canned
it.
tuna.
I'll I'll eat it, but it has to be albacore white.
Oh, that tastes weird to me.
So you eat the chunk light.
Yeah. But that's
Mm-mm.
that's because that's how it's that's my taste buds.
Chunk light is like eating chicken thighs.
What's your
It's
point?
like the dark meat. No, I'm not eating that. But it's like the dark meat. I don't like dark meat. I would prefer white meat. So
Mm,
the
oh,
albacore white is it's just to your point with the mushrooms. It's a meteor. It's a meteor fish, like a whole cut versus the chunk light. It's like all the leftover pieces they just press together in a can.
mm-hmm. I've had
Yeah, I
albacore
can't.
before. I didn't really care for it, and it's probably because I was just so used to
Yeah, it's
other.
different. Like I said, it's just like white meat versus like people. Some people won't eat white meat on the turkey because they'll say it's drier,
It is. Oh, it
and I'm
is.
okay with that. I don't like wet meat. Like it's not wet. Okay, that didn't come out right.
The maturity level just dropped in that moment.
No, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about how did that sound coming out of my mouth. Like I know what I meant, but
The way
yeah.
it sounded. Yep.
All right,
Oh,
I give up.
because I lost it right then. I was like, she doesn't realize what she said, does she?
Yeah, I didn't until I heard myself. Like I didn't process it before it came out of my mouth, and then it came out, and then I heard it, and then I was like, yeah, this is not gonna sound good.
That's not going to go over well, is it?
I don't really care. I know what I meant. I don't do dark. Okay, next friend list. I'm just done. I'm just over it at this point. I cannot recover, so it doesn't really matter. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Sometimes you just gotta walk away.
Oh gosh. Oh, that was good. Whew. Oh, they got my blood pumping. That was good. Okay. Olives. Olives.
Okay, what about you?
I get turned off by the smell. I don't understand how people like olives. Like the smell itself can't. I just know. I licked one. That's about it. I just couldn't get past the smell. It's a horrible smell. I can't.
So I don't do wet meat, and you lick olives.
I licked an olive and was like, no.
Okay. I'm not okay. I've never licked it. I don't know if I lick anything, but okay. Lick the olive.
You taste it
I
first
like,
before you put it in your mouth. I know what I said, and I don't care. I don't think we're gonna get through the rest of this list.
okay. You gotta stay focused, and then you can't. Okay, so olives.
Okay.
I like black olives and Kalamata olives, but I don't eat green olives. And I don't know why I don't eat green olives because I've never had them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the weird thing about it. It's not that I think there's something wrong with them. I just have never tasted a green olive.
Oh, so why don't you just buy a green olive and taste it, or buy a jar of green olives? And
like, why am I buying a whole jar of something just to taste it?
Well, I mean,
and that's the problem. Like, maybe I need to go to somebody's house who is using them in something, and then I'll try. I'm not wasting my money to go buy a jar of olives.
Okay, one, you're not going to anybody's house just to go try something in their house. Okay, that's one thing that you're not going to do. Okay.
Good point. Very good point. Okay.
Try something that's probably been opened and you've not seen it closed. It was not sealed prior to you getting there. So
that's also
that's another
point. Okay, 2 points for you. Okay, so shout out to all the olive companies. Please send me a jar of green olives, no pimentos. Let me try it, and we will give my reaction on a podcast episode.
There you go.
I want to try some green olives. Anybody send me a jar of green olives, and then I'll taste it.
There you go. Let's see. Liver. And the crickets say okay. So we're in agreement. We're in agreement on that.
Oh gosh, I've had it and I still taste it. And I can honestly say the last time I had some, I was 7 years old. And I don't know why somebody would do that. To the cow or to me.
Oh, I think I tried chicken liver. I think I tried it.
What?
Yes, chicken livers. Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
I think KFC was selling it at the time. My mom had ordered some. I think that's where she got it from. But I know she had some.
Do you know how small a chicken is? How small is the liver?
There's a whole bunch of them and they look like chicken nuggets, but they don't look like chicken nuggets at the same time. Because they're weird looking.
No, that's wrong. Like, it's just like
chicken livers
or something.
Jelly beans. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, they look like jelly beans.
No, I'm good.
They look like black jelly beans is what they look like.
And I don't eat those either.
So I don't eat jelly beans, so there's that. So
Okay, so liver is a thumbs down.
down for both of us. Yeah. Endives, the purple lettuce, the filler lettuce in a mixed bag of salad mix.
Hold on. I thought that was radicchio. Let me go look up endive.
Hey, that's what they said. That was like it was a waste. It has no taste. It's just a filler.
Endive is not, yeah, it's not purple.
What color is it?
It's green.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm gonna be,
The picture they said
no,
showed it was purple in there, and I was like,
no,
oh,
that's
that's what they called?
radicchio. But for the
Oh,
record, I eat both.
oh, well then I don't eat endives then, unless they're
Yeah,
mixed
I
in a
just
salad and I just don't know it, and then it's gonna taste like
probably
romaine
so.
lettuce. So, bleh.
You don't like romaine?
I like romaine as a complimentary. Like if I was to have, what is it called? It's chicken something. It's something from shoot, PF Chang's, I think. Chicken wrap, chicken lettuce wrap. That is a
They
good.
don't use romaine though.
No, but you can not from there. It's that was the name that I was trying to think of, and I just had to
Oh,
like
okay.
jog my memory because I made it at home and I used romaine, not the because I couldn't find the butter leaf lettuce. So I used romaine because it was a close second that I
Mm-hmm.
could find, and I was like, okay, that's a good, you know, that's a good complimentary because the chicken has a little sweet, so it kind of gets rid of that tart from the romaine. But I'm really not a fan of romaine. I actually lean more towards spinach salads and stuff like that. So if I were to go to Subway and get a sandwich, I wouldn't get the lettuce, romaine lettuce. I would get the spinach instead. To me, the
Okay.
spinach has more depth of flavor than wet water leaves, the equivalent of celery.
Which I like, by the way.
Yeah,
So
we
I've
mentioned
never,
that.
I don't think I've ever met a vegetable I didn't like.
And several that don't like me.
Oh, well, yeah, that can happen. But okay. Anywho, I don't want to get off the topic. I want to show that we can get through this list. Okay, what's the
Okay,
next?
that's the goal. Lima beans.
Yes.
I love lima beans, but how do you cook them?
Well, hold on, wait a minute. Limas, I do the babies. I just thought about it because limas are big. They can be big ones or the little ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat the baby limas.
What's wrong with the big ones? You got something against them? Fight them or something? Like, what's wrong with them?
Like having chicken livers in your mouth. They're too big. Like I don't. That's just. I don't want nothing like that. That's nasty. I don't want it in the mouth. It's just weird. I know. You asked me. I wasn't gonna say it, but they're too big.
And I see why you weren't gonna say it.
It's just weird. Like no, I'll take the baby lima beans though.
Okay, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Lima bean to me. But how do you cook them? That is the key thing here. We've already had a bean discussion before, but I want to see how you cook your limas.
Hey man, I thought you have to cook them like you have to cook them in a liquid.
Yeah, you do. How do you season
Like
them?
you want to know my recipe?
No, I don't have to know all the details of it, but
No, I'm just saying. Well, I like to cook mine in my pressure cooker,
mm-hmm.
and I use like salt. No, I don't use salt. I use pepper. Like I chop up an onion, then I may put some onion powder, garlic powder. Um, and then I use smoked salt since I don't cook. Like a lot of people cook with meat. I don't like meat in my vegetables. Even before I was vegan, I don't believe in meat in vegetables. So I use smoked salt.
You can believe
I don't.
smoked salt. That is interesting. I am slapping about 4 pieces of bacon strips in them lima beans. And
Ew. No.
in
Gross.
crock
Gross. Gross.
pot
Gross.
city.
Oh gosh, that takes forever.
It does, but it gets all the bacon because one, I don't have to put salt in there because of the bacon. 2, gives it that flavor. Gives it that flavor. And I just love it. And it reminds me of, the cornbread, lima beans, pork
Do you
chop
have a
type
Do you
meal.
have a pressure cooker?
I do.
Have you ever tried to cook? Wait a minute. What do you cook in your pressure cooker?
Anything I want.
Like,
I've cooked.
you never cook beans in there?
I think I Did I cook? I can't remember what beans it was. I
If
felt
you
like I cooked
haven't,
beans in there.
if you haven't, try it because I was a crock pot person until I got my pressure cooker. And now, I mean, not to say I will never use a crock pot, but when it comes to like vegetables and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
especially like beans,
Mm-hmm.
I'll never cook beans in a crock pot again because the flavor is so much, it's like the depth of flavor is so much more pronounced.
Okay.
In a
I'll try
pressure
it.
cooker, because the pressure is kind of infusing it to the center of the bean versus in a crock pot, it's just sitting in the liquid and you're hoping it absorbs it.
Oh, it's
So
gonna absorb it.
it's like forcing that flavor in there, but it changes the texture a little bit too because it's sitting in the
Mm.
crock pot for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just say try it and see what you think.
I'll try
And
it.
you don't have to use as many seasonings. Like you don't have to use as much salt
Oh yeah, I don't.
in a pressure cooker, and you don't have to use as much liquid.
I don't even think about that. So you're using dry beans, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah. I was like, it's frozen. Just throw them in there and let them go.
No.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
no, no,
that's
no,
not a
no,
good
no, no,
thing.
no. No, I'm not using frozen. I'm just saying you
Oh,
can do that. Like if you're in
yeah.
a pinch, yes, you can use frozen, but longevity, because I'm just so used to before we had pressure cookers and all that stuff. Well, no, before we could afford to get pressure cookers and get access to them, because I'm sure they were around.
Yeah. My
We,
grandma had an old school one.
I was like, we just didn't have them where we were, but and it wasn't no reason to because we were so used to slow cooking them from morning until night, and then they sat in the refrigerator, and then you had them Sunday morning. So because you've had 24 hours to sit
Oh
in
my
that
gosh.
neck bone and seasonings. But yeah, so we can agree that we eat lima beans, we just eat them differently.
There you go.
We've already talked about celery. Uh,
Delish.
Disgusting. String water. But on to beets. The wonderful world of beets.
All right. What say you?
I've never had them, so I don't know.
Okay. I don't eat them, but I will drink them.
What's the difference?
I juice them.
Okay. But you're still kind of ingesting them, so
Yeah, but I don't eat them.
why not?
I just don't like I don't like the grittiness of them,
Mm.
but I'll
So
drink them.
how you cook beets? You do you slice them and boil them, or don't have a clue?
You can roast them in
Roast
the
them.
oven. Like if I had to eat them, I probably would eat them roasted. So just like you would cook a potato, any other
Mm.
root vegetable, a potato or a carrot, you can roast them in the oven. But
Okay.
you could boil them too.
Mm. Okay. Mm.
But yeah, I juice them.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Never had them. Never had a reason to want them, honestly. So
They're good for you. They're really good for your blood pressure.
is drinking a lot of water and exercising. Both that are hard things to do. Black licorice.
No, that's
Yeah,
wrong.
that's a negative on me too. Oatmeal.
I love it.
It's amazing.
We'll eat it daily.
I wish I could eat it daily.
What would you put on yours if you could eat it every day? Well, I guess whenever you do eat it, what do you put on it?
Yeah, I'm cinnamon. If I feel like it, nutmeg, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, honey, and a little bit of almond milk after I've put some hot water in it. Because I do instant, not instant packets, but like the instant plain, and make it that way. I've also put brown sugar in there, like not even a full teaspoon, just enough to give it that little sweetened kick without it being too much sugar. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
What about you?
Never had fruit in. Well, I've eaten apples, but I've never had like the other berries and stuff. Like that's weird to me because I
Oh,
don't want hot berries,
well, you don't
and
mix it
and
in
I'm not gonna.
there.
But I'm not gonna eat my berries are supposed to be cold, and I'm not gonna eat my oatmeal cold. So it's gonna be like hot oatmeal with
Excuse
cold
me.
berries.
You've never had a
I can't do
strawberry
it.
pie?
No,
Strawberry cobbler?
No.
Blueberry pie?
Yes.
Then you've had a hot berry.
I didn't eat it hot.
Well, that's disturbing. That's disturbing.
I
How did
didn't
you
eat it. I
admit
mean,
that to people all over the internet? But
it
okay.
wasn't. It was. You asked me if I ever had. I mean, I've tasted it before. Not that I eat it all the time, like, but I've had it and it wasn't hot. But anyway,
Okay.
when I make my oatmeal, it's the like you cook it on the stove. It's plain, but
Mhm.
then I put a pinch of salt. I've learned like within the last year or so, a pinch of salt makes a difference. And I
Okay.
never thought about that, but it really does. It enhances all the flavors that you put in. But I do like a teaspoon of maple syrup, pure maple
Mhm.
syrup, a teaspoon of brown sugar,
Mhm.
and then I may put in like an eighth of a teaspoon of stevia,
Mhm.
and then pea milk
Pea.
and pea milk
Why do peas have milk? I'm
because
confused. Why
they
are you
squeeze them
squeezing peas?
to make milk. Why do you squeeze anything?
No, what
To get
peas
the
are you
milk out of
what?
it.
No. What pea tits are y'all squeezing around here? Because the first pea that I thought of was a green pea, and I'm going, well, that's disgusting.
No, I think they're yellow peas actually.
What's a yellow pea?
Look,
Yellow
that's not
pea
my
comes out
business.
of
I
your
just,
pea hole. That's
oh
disgusting.
my gosh, I just drank it and it's delicious. So I put pea milk in there and then hemp seeds. I put a tablespoon of hemp, a tablespoon of flax seeds, milled flax seeds, and then I
Okay.
stir it all up together and it's so delicious.
Can't eat nothing else mixed up, but gonna put dirt seeds in there. Okay.
Protein and omega 3s.
Flaxseed is dirt seeds. I've had it. It's disgusting.
It's delicious. And if you buy the whole flax seeds and you boil them in water, it makes the best hair gel.
What? Okay. Oh.
Flax gel. Look it up. Google it, YouTube it. Flax gel is amazing. And you can boil them and it makes the gel. And guess what? You save the seeds until you're ready to make some more gel. You boil them again and it makes gel all over again. It's like the most affordable, all natural hair gel. And it actually has a pretty good hold.
Thank goodness I don't use hair gel.
Those edges.
No. I'm rebuking the edges being laid. I'm like,
Don't,
no.
don't rebuke your edges. You want edges.
No, I'm rebuking them being laid. Not I want to keep them. I need my
Lots
edges.
of lots of people wish they could have some right about
Yeah,
now.
no, they're
But yeah, I do put, as you call them, dirt seeds in my oatmeal. Delicious.
dirt seeds. You said something about apples, and I love apples in my oatmeal. I got two things actually. I actually did apple and pecans in my oatmeal one time. Delicious apples and pecans with everything. And next time I dare to have oatmeal again, I will try that pinch of salt, because if you think about it, when you're baking stuff or whatever and you use salt, you don't need that much, and it gives that contrast to those flavors that you
Mm-hmm.
need. I didn't think about that. So that's a good one for me to try. I appreciate you sharing that one.
You're welcome.
A little
Okay,
black
what's
girl
next on the
magic
list?
on it.
Ooh, ooh.
Avocado or guacamole.
Yes.
She's in love, guys.
Uh, my baby even has a stuffed animal avocado with the pit.
Mm,
Shout out
sounds
to
sweet.
Miss Tabitha Brown, who has just brought so much avocado love to my baby's life. He loves
Mm.
Avi.
Oh, yeah, on her show,
Tab time,
Tab Time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Avi always says, shaking my pit, shaking my pit. I do not sit when I shake my pit. We love Avi, so I like to eat Avi as well. So
That's disturbing, but okay.
I make guacamole, avocado toast. I put it on my chili. I'll put it on my
Oh,
nachos, oh burritos. Oh my gosh. You can put avocado in anything.
I know it's supposed to be the healthy fat, the healthy
Mm-hmm.
oil. When I eat it,
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what I taste, oil. fat.
I mean, that is what it is.
And I can't get past that. I tried a egg roll that had avocado in it just because I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. I tried guacamole one time and I wasn't a fan. It tasted like mushed up oil and it had no flavor. And I was like, well, maybe it was just that particular place. Let me try it again. No, it tastes like oil. It tastes like I'm actually, you know what? It actually reminded me of castor oil. It gave me that tinge, and I was like, yep, no, thank you. No, thank you. I can live my life without that. I am okay. You really need to go move out west. That's what I'm thinking of. Everything you like is out west.
Yes, I think I would. I feel like in my heart, I was meant to live in the Bay Area.
Yes, because I'm going, everything she likes is over there.
And everything that's in the South, for the most part, I don't like it. So, like when it
Yeah.
comes to like those traditional Southern food, yeah, I'm not a traditional Southern foods fan.
Yeah, I love it. I want some cornbread right now.
Okay, yeah, life is fine without ever eating that, but okay.
Okay, Miss don't like crunchy edges. That's the only reason why you don't like it. It's because it's got crunchy edge, and that's the best part of cornbread is the crunchy edges. Anyways,
Yeah, I would rather King's Hawaiian roll, but okay.
I mean that's good too, but for a good fat, hearty, make you go to sleep meal,
But you won't eat avocado
no,
because it's too fattening. You think it's fatty? It
it's
coats your tongue. I don't know what it does to you, but
it's horrible. It's because it's the oil is right there versus if you're eating fried chicken breast, the oil's
no,
not right there.
I would never eat that. But okay, it
Yeah,
really is though.
it's sad but it's okay though. We're just gonna have an impasse on that. Fried chicken's delicious
Okay,
though.
okay, I'll take your word for it.
You've never, not never.
I've had it.
Okay, at least you've had it.
Yeah, but I just don't really. First of all, I don't eat meat with bones. That's
No,
number one.
okay, well just plain chicken breast then.
But yeah, I've had like if I eat a chicken breast, it's gonna be grilled or baked or sauteed. It's not gonna be fried. Like, no, why would you do that?
Because it's just delicious.
No. I literally don't keep like the only oil in my house is avocado oil, grapeseed oil,
Why do you have
and
avocado? All you gotta do is smash an avocado and put it in a
olive
jar.
oil. Grapeseed oil and avocado oil it has a higher smoke point,
Ah.
so it won't burn.
No, I
Olive
do like
oil,
the fact that olive
okay,
that word choked me all the way out.
okay.
Let's just move on from that one. I'm not even
Well,
gonna try to save myself.
okay. After avocados,
We have raw pepper, bell pepper,
what?
raw peppers like bell peppers, jalapeno peppers.
Okay, so I will eat raw red bell pepper, but that's I think the only pepper I'll eat raw. Oh,
And
and banana peppers. Banana peppers, I eat those raw.
okay, isn't red pepper a sweeter pepper?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'm not eating any of them raw. They got to be cooked. And I'm not eating
At least you'll eat
jalapenos.
some.
And I'm not eating bell peppers. Not bell
Oh,
peppers. Banana
I like
peppers.
jalapenos. Oh my gosh, those are good too. If you pickle
Mm,
them and put them on a salad,
mm.
oh, so delicious.
It's that I can't get over that smell. See, my thing is that once it hits my nose, I already know what it tastes like, and I don't want it. If it's not appealing to the nose, I'm not. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, I totally agree with that.
So
It
anything if
just
it has
happens to be appealing to my nose. You know what I mean?
well, vinegar in itself. I mean, you clean with it, you spray it all over your house, and then you know you just put it in your
It's multi-purpose. It's multi-purpose.
something with too strong of I call it a bite smell. I don't know why I call it, but it's like it has a bite to it and a sharp. A sharp smell to it. It turns me the wrong way. I'm like, nah, I can't.
And see, I like vinegar.
See,
I don't mind the vinegar, like a briny kind of taste. I'm okay with that.
no, thank you.
Like that's why I like Colorado olives because that briny taste is a contrast to other flavors. So you kind of need it to balance other flavors.
I will lick rock salt. to balance out I am not eating no. Mm-mm.
But a raw red bell pepper slices with some hummus, that's delicious.
Hummus. Oh, I'm not
okay. What do
against
you
hummus.
eat? I mean, like, I'm trying to think. Okay, like, what's a typical meal in your house? Like, are you just eating fried chicken? Are you eating like traditional Southern food?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you eating?
I'm eating
Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese. I bet you buy corn. You just buy corn.
corn. How?
Just any kind of corn. I'm just sure you buy corn some kind of way.
Corn on the cob is great. Not very nutritious,
I
but it's great.
can honestly say I have never purchased corn on the cob like to eat corn on the cob.
And why are you purchasing it?
Like I've bought corn like to cook with, like I cut it off the cob to do something with it. But not to bite it off of a cob. Like, are you buying fresh corn? Are you shucking corn?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. Please don't buy frozen corn, people. We do not buy frozen corn on the cob.
No, that's disgusting.
That's gross. I agree totally.
Tried it one time, and that is the most sad corn on the cob you could ever have.
It's just pitiful. All frozen vegetables to me are weird. I'm not doing it.
I can get over some of them because it's cheaper. But
I'll beg to differ. I mean, if you're talking about when you're thinking about seasons, then yeah, certain things are going to be cheaper in different seasons. But I'm the person who believes in buying in the summer and stocking your freezer for the winter.
You can do that too, but I mean, it's still frozen.
I don't mind freezing to myself because I've washed it. You don't know who's washed and how well it was washed.
All right, miss, I trust the dry cleaners.
As long as it don't smell the way it smelled or look the same way, they did something to it. Even if they just set it in the sun, they did something to it. And they set it in the sun and steamed it. That's better than what it was when they got it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what's the next thing on the list? I'm not gonna go there.
Tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with tomatoes too, for the most part.
I have to eat certain tomatoes with certain things, but I'll eat.
Yeah. My favorite is it Roma? Yeah, Roma tomatoes are my favorite.
Those are my favorites.
Because they're very versatile.
Yep, that's what I used to make pico.
Yeah, the regular.
That's my pico tomato.
Oh, okay. Because like cherry tomatoes, they have too much of a bitter taste to them, to me.
They're too acidic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And the I guess regular tomatoes, they're all right. They just, they're meant for a sandwich.
Right. Aroma can do lots of things.
Yes, aroma tomato can go very far. Don't you make salsa with aroma tomatoes?
I make pico with it.
You make pico?
Made salsa.
Salsa. Okay. All right. Anyways, water chestnuts.
I had them. I'm not a fan. I don't like the way they make my teeth feel.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I don't feel like the other part of that is I feel like they add no value to life. Like,
that's true too.
Why do you even exist? Like, nobody's ever made a recipe around a water chestnut. It's just you throw it in something.
Yeah.
But if the water chestnut wasn't there, the recipe could stand on its own.
Yes.
So why are we putting it in anything? That's another reason why I don't like a water chestnut.
I agree, but I still like them. They're a nice filler. They're a nice crunch to stir fry. That may not have a lot of crunch.
I don't like crunchy stuff. I don't like a lot of crunch. So maybe that fits with like why I don't like that feeling in my teeth. Like a water chestnut is the food equivalent of an appendix. Like why?
Yeah, it's really no point. Well, no, they said appendix now is like a lymph node, so you need it.
Is it? Okay, well that's not competitive. I have mine. I want to keep it. It's not bothering me, and I won't bother it. But okay.
Yeah,
chestnuts have no purpose in life. They're just there.
They really don't. But like I said, I do like them as a crunch in a stir fry. I do like. But see, I like crunch. I like I just like that sound. Anyways, but no, they have no flavor. They have no real value other than weight. But other than that, it's just a nice texture. Brussels sprouts. Goodness gracious, I can't talk.
You just thought about them and just you thought they were so delicious. They just can't even just get tongue tied. Can't get it out. I love them. Yes,
They're good if they're
I'll
cooked
take them.
right.
Yeah, I don't like them like they cooked them in the 80s. That's why
Just
kids are
boiled them.
running from them. Yeah, that's gross. You can roast. If you're roasting them, I'm there for roasted
Yes,
Brussels sprout.
because they're mini cabbages. That's all they are. Mini, and if you cook cabbage right and you cook bro, it tastes good. It's a good thing. I like it.
I agree.
Okay. Hey, at least hey, wow.
There we go. Hold on. What balsamic ones? My balsamic Brussels sprouts. That's my favorite.
I think my dad made balsamic Brussels sprouts, and that's what got me on them. Was that I was
Oh, add
like,
that to the very short list. We
yeah,
actually agree on something.
yeah. There we go. Number 8. I'm pretty sure we're at 8.
Balsamic Brussels sprouts.
Um,
Woohoo.
let's see. Well, this one we already know. Fatty parts of meat.
No. Oh, hell. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I was gonna say the same thing. No, that's a negative. I can't do fatty parts of any meat whatsoever. It's like those people who can eat the entire, like, okay, well, you're not gonna do this, but like chicken wings and they're
I'm
eating.
gagging. Okay. Okay. Stop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm. Oh my god. I'm gagging. Like I'm just thinking about my husband who will sit there and eat a chicken wing. He takes the knuckles off the knuckle.
That's disgusting. Ah,
Oh my gosh.
and
And you
it's
hear him
like,
over there crunching. I'm like, you sound like
uh-uh.
a hyena.
No, you cannot eat the fat and the joints and all. Like, come on, y'all.
And then his justification is, yeah, you gotta get this gristle. I don't
Uh,
want the
mm,
gristle.
mm, see, I used to get picked on because you ain't eating all the. I said, I don't want that. Why do I have to eat the
No,
entire? I just want the meat. That's it.
I'm not doing it. That's horrible.
So, yeah, at least we got number 9 or 10,
Number
whatever.
9 on the list. There we go.
Okay. Raisins.
Yes.
No.
Oh my gosh. Raisins is another addition. If I make another version of my oatmeal, it's stevia, the pea milk, cinnamon, and raisins. Delish.
Raisins are dried, sad grapes that didn't make it.
Raisins are the remains of grape soldiers. They gave it all. They gave it all so that we could have them.
No,
So
this.
when they're
Oh,
not sad, they're not
I'm,
dry.
they're
They're dehydrated,
they're pitiful.
but they're not dry.
They're old grapes
They're not
in a
old.
nursing home. They're in a nursing home. I'm gonna give you one that'll. I don't know if it'll turn your stomach or it'll just make you go wow. But here we go. The CEO takes her raisins and she just put them in yogurt, which I still tell her it's disgusting, but whatever. But the other thing that she's learned to do is if she has a hot dog and it's split, she will
Mm-mm.
stuff the raisins in the hot dog and dip the raisin stuffed hot dog in her yogurt and eat it. It is the most disgusting. I can't. When she's just like, no, I don't even sit at the table at it when she does. It's so
Hold on,
disgusting.
it's the hot dog in a bun.
No, oh no, she doesn't eat bread.
So it's just the meat, like
Just
the wiener,
mm-hmm.
the raisin stuffed wiener in yogurt.
Yep.
I mean, I'm actually not grossed out by it. It's
Yeah.
different, but I'm the person who eats loaded nachos and waffles.
Yeah, I find that. I don't understand that.
That's like my favorite contrast meal.
I don't get that. Just
Like
just do chicken and waffles and add some hot
I
sauce
don't
on the
want
chicken.
I don't want the chicken. I just want the nachos. But I mean, when I say loaded, I want them loaded with everything and a waffle. Yesterday, I had vegan pot roast and pancakes.
What's a pot roast is vegan?
I use jackfruit.
What
But
you
it's the
do?
jackfruit. You put it in the oven like you cook a pot roast. It's jackfruit, the potatoes, the carrots, the onions, all the
Okay, so
seasonings and
you
spices.
cut the outside of the jackfruit, right?
Well, this one that I made it with the canned jackfruit. But if I buy fresh, yeah, you just have to you split it down the middle, get all of the flesh out, pull all the seeds out, and then you got to cook it in the pressure cooker to tenderize it. Then you can put it in the pan with your potatoes, your carrots, your onions, your spices, and bake it like you would a pot roast.
Okay, all right,
It
thank you.
tastes just the same. Well, I mean, obviously not just the same, but I mean, it tastes like a pot roast. So yeah, I had pot roast, carrots and potatoes, and pancakes yesterday because I
What?
wanted some pancakes.
None of the food. Okay, none of the food can
Mhm.
touch, but you
No,
can put breakfast and dinner together.
they were on separate plates. They weren't together on the same
No,
plate.
no, no. And which one did you eat first
What do you mean?
out of the two? Because you can't eat both of them at the same time.
I mean, they weren't on the same fork bite, but I'm just going back and forth. Pot roast pancakes, pot roast pancakes, pot
But
roast
you can't.
pancakes.
No, you cannot do that. Based on your rule, that is not should
I
no.
swallowed one. No, it's not like I put them both in my mouth at the same. I ate a bite of the pot roast, chew and swallow. Pancake, chew and swallow. It's like a salty sweet contrast. It's
So you're using
delicious.
two separate forks? Is that what that was going on?
Yes.
I
Can't put
am.
pot roast and syrup on the same fork. That's
I'm done.
gross.
I'm done. Someone take me now. I am done.
What?
I am
Like, that
over.
makes no. Why would you use the same
Why
vegetables?
are you putting yours? Oh my! I have no
Okay.
words. I have no words. I am just flabbergasted. Had
Why
breakfast
would
and
I?
dinner. Nothing can touch. You have pot roasts. It's all mixed up. Then you have you what? Just go to Waffle House and say, "Hey, give me everything on the menu on separate plates, please."
First of all, I'm not going to Waffle House. A bus stop that cooks food for you. I'm not. I've been there before, but I'm not. The only reason I would ever go in a Waffle House is that's my brother's favorite restaurant,
Huh.
and he likes to go every Christmas. So we can go that one time a year, and then I'm done.
I'm just
But back to the
Waffle
matter at
House.
hand.
No. I got to talk about Waffle House real quick. Excuse me. Waffle House is drunk, high, ready to fight. You getting ready to rob, or you have robbed somebody, or some
Oh
place,
gosh.
stop place where you go and eat food. That's not a place you just. Oh, hey, I
Oh,
want Waffle House today. No, you're about to commit a crime, or you
oh
have
gosh.
committed a crime.
I
You're
don't
drunk,
endorse this
or
opinion, by
you're
the
high.
way. This is all country chick's opinion. That is not my opinion.
No, or you're extremely
Waffle,
tired. What
Waffle House hadn't done anything to me.
it is good food. I'm not knocking their
Some
food.
very fine people in Waffle House.
My personal opinion is that if you go to Waffle House and it's not daytime, oh, especially if it's not daytime, oh boy, you work
You want
overnight.
breakfast at night.
Hey, I'm not against it. When I used to work overnight at the retail company, that was one of my favorite places to stop. Was there one because it's the only place open if you want a hot meal, and two, you do get to see some crazy stuff at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
Like you
and
get
that's why
dinner
we
and a
used to go
movie.
for Christmas. There you go. It's an
But
event.
no, it isn't a good. I mean, it's a good guilty meal to have if you want that. I'm not against Waffle House. I just know that the one I went to, it was only particular people that went at
Oh
certain
gosh.
times.
And now
Uh,
you're comparing my pot roasted pancakes to a Waffle House.
because it's like that mumble jumbo, like when someone says, "Hey, I want my stuff smothered, covered, and whatever," and I'm going,
Yeah, it's gross.
goodness great. And that's how I feel about pot roast and pancakes right now. Like, why would you sit there, put them all
Yeah,
together and go, yes, that's a good meal. That's what I
they're on
want.
separate plates.
Doesn't matter. You ate two separate meals. Like, what
And
in the
it was so good. Oh my gosh.
Okay. My sweet and salty, which I still to this day love, is original Doritos and a Snickers bar.
Mm-mm.
Yep. That's my sweet and salty that I like to eat. My guilty snack. I haven't had it in years, but that's my guilty that I don't know how I got on it, but I just kind of stuck with it ever since. It's that cheesy, sweet, cheesy, salty, tart bite, and then you have that sweet, salty caramel. I don't know. Just it does something to my taste buds. Gives them a little dance. That's the equivalent of your pot roast. No, what's interesting is pot roast and pancakes. That's what's interesting.
It's delicious.
Moving on. I don't even know where we were. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. Onions and
I think we left off.
We were on raisins.
Yeah, and the hot dog. There you go.
Yeah. And I don't like raisins too many. And on top of that, the kids eat them and then they don't always, get in their mouth. And then they're on the floor, and I think it's a bug on the floor. So, Yeah. So
okay, what was after the
raisins is
raisins.
Onions and I guess scallions. They're kind of close in nature. So you throw them together.
Yeah, I like all onions. Green onions, red onions, white, Vidalia, and scallions. I eat them all. And chives.
Oh, I like chives. Chives are good.
Yeah, I'll take all of it. That's good stuff.
Only if they're cooked, mostly, except for chives. Chives, of course, don't have to be cooked, and green onions don't have to be. Scallions don't have to be cooked, but all the other onions must be cooked of some form. And I
can eat them raw.
I like French fried onions are my favorite topping on I found out I love them on a burger. A French, because I don't want like raw onion on my burger, but French fried onion, oh man, on a burger.
No, y'all can keep that. I don't even eat that. I've never had those. They just look gross to me.
Well, so does pancakes and pot roast, but whatever.
No, that's delicious. But yeah, like an onion on a burger, like the thicker the onion, I'll eat white onion, red onion, it has to be a thick slice. Like I'm the person who literally have asked you, can you bring me some more onion, please?
Just walk around here sweating onion.
Hey, don't stand close by.
6 feet apart, please. Especially that one.
Yeah, no, so my vote is yes for the onion.
Only if they're cooked, but then but at least we can meet middle ground on that one.
Yeah.
My next one progress. My next one is so favorite. Chocolate. No. But you eat brownies.
I will, but it's like that would be like the last dessert I would ever want. It's tolerable, but that's the only chocolate that's tolerable.
Hot chocolate, chocolate cake, chocolate ice, chocolate fudge, chocolate bar, Hershey's, s'mores.
Keep it. I'll eat the marshmallow and the graham cracker.
So you'll eat a chemical infested marshmallow.
Not like I eat them every day, but I mean, if we're at a camp out, if we're camping, then yeah.
It's chemicals.
It is, but I'll eat it. I mean, again, it's just like 1 or 2 in a year. We only go camping once a year, so that's the only time I eat it.
You actually go? Okay, whoa!
It's glamping. It's
glamping. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. You outside?
Definitely no.
On the hard ground, sleeping bag?
I'm not. No. I have an air mattress.
I was like, where's the air conditioning unit?
We only go in October.
Oh my goodness. She's got her own personal screen, mosquito window. If not, she's gonna burn up.
And I have a heater. To stay warm. Yeah, it's a whole thing. That is a conversation for another day.
Yeah, we can discuss that later.
But what comes after onions?
I mean chocolate?
After the chocolate, yeah. Sorry.
Pickles.
I'll eat them, but if I never have them again, it's okay.
I like them. Like the spears, I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I can eat it. It's not going to kill me, but if it's never on this earth again, I don't care. But relish is one of my go-tos, mainly because to me, it spreads better with burgers, tuna salad, chicken salad, when you're making your mix and stuff like that. It just does better. And I like that tartness in it. And it's not so strong of a vinegar that I can't tolerate it. I'm okay with pickles. Don't make pickles leave.
Pickles are, yeah, they're fine. They can
But
stay.
they're not. But then my favorite fruit, I guess, because it has seeds in it. It's not quite a vegetable. Is a cucumber. So they're best friends with my pickles. So I like that.
I don't understand how you can eat a pickle, but you can't eat an olive.
It's the smell
But
of the
hey,
olive. The olive smells worse.
to each his own.
All right.
I'm not
Well,
judging.
I don't understand how people eat this either, and that's capers, if I'm saying that right.
I like capers.
You do?
Hmm. It's that briny, salty taste. It
Ugh,
gives you the same feel of an olive,
they smell
but
horrible,
they're much saltier.
and they look like shriveled up peas.
Yeah, but a little goes a long way, so they last forever.
They last forever.
I'm just saying, like you'll never use a whole jar of capers unless you're making like this dish for a lot of people. Like you don't need much. They're
So
so
why
salty.
why are you putting just use salt? Like why are we using why are you gonna put
No,
three capers on a plate? For what?
you need the brine, you need the taste, the flavor. That's like red wine. If you don't drink red wine, like I don't drink it, but I cook with it, it'll last forever. It's not like I'm putting a whole bottle of wine every time I cook something. It just lasts a long time. I just use it a little bit at a time. A little goes a long way.
Well, I've never
Yep.
had them. I just smelled them one time, and I was like, "You're right up there with olives. I'm not doing that."
Shout out to all the caper lovers out there. Snaps and cracks.
You have such a high class palate. It is disturbing. I'm like, you are in the wrong city. You're in the wrong county. You're in the wrong state.
I think you're right.
You might even be in the wrong country. Just saying, you might need to be somewhere.
You might be right about that too. No, I think I should live in California. Like that is where I want to be. In the heart of hearts, I belong in California.
Yeah, I think that's where you need to go. I'm just saying.
I do too. Can somebody send me some money
Give her some money and give her
so I can move? I would love to live in California.
give her a what is it called? A pods. She can just pack everything. Y'all take it all over there.
No, I don't. I want to move in company because I'm not moving anything. Just
I
y'all pack
forgot.
it, bring it, and then y'all put it back in. Yeah.
She outsources everything. Why would I think that she would pack
Why
anything?
not? Why not?
Any
Anywho,
sense.
back to the
She
list
will
of
cook her
capers.
own food, but she will
Yes, I
not
don't.
do manual labor.
To an extent, I clean my own house. I
That's
don't
just
want anybody
because you
cleaning
don't
my house.
trust anybody.
That's a good point. But if I trusted you, then I'm like, come on over. Please come over. That's a good point. I would like to not, but I don't want anybody cooking my food. I would rather do it myself. But anyway, what's after these capers?
Marshmallows. We already kind of touched on them a little bit, but
okay. We could take them or leave them.
Yeah, something. It doesn't have to be just like marshmallow cream. I don't have to have them. They're a good addition, but they're not helpful.
Yeah, they're just there taking up space.
I know I heard somewhere that if you ate a marshmallow in a sore throat, it helped. I don't know how true that is. I just, I think that person just like eating marshmallows, but whatever. All right, cantaloupe, watermelon, honeydew, all the melons.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm allergic.
Okay, yeah, I'm not eating it if I'm allergic.
I actually did stare death in the face a couple weekends ago. My mom has a garden, and her watermelons turned out amazing this year. Last year they were about the size of cantaloupes. This year they're the size of ones you would pick out of a grocery store. They're huge. And I was like, I'm eating a watermelon after all these years that I've stopped. I'm eating a watermelon out of my mom's garden. And found out you're really not supposed to take Benadryl for allergic reactions, but old habits die hard. But anyways, had that watermelon. It was the best tasting watermelon. That, or it's been years. But no sooner after I swallowed it, I was coughing and clearing my throat. Because all it does is it makes my throat itch and my ears itch. That's it. I can eat it. It just gives me irritation. But with it doesn't close my throat or anything like that. It's just very uncomfortable. I actually honestly didn't even know I was allergic to watermelon until my adult life. And I was like, nobody else's throat's itching while they're eating watermelon. It's just me. Thought everybody's throat itched when he ate watermelon.
That is bad.
Yeah, and ears itching, and I'm just clearing my throat and everything. And they're just like, it happens that quick. I was like, yeah, it's irritating my throat lining and everything. Come to find out, I did not know this. Watermelon is a part of the ragweed family, and most people are allergic to ragweed. Well, I'm highly allergic to it, obviously. So, but I can eat cucumbers, which cucumbers is part of that same type of family. But I can eat them without a problem. But I cannot eat watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe, none of those.
Oh, poor baby.
That's okay. I'll just take some Benadryl or Claritin and eat me some watermelon if I want to.
Eat that melon.
But I think it's also kind of what's it called? An oxymoron. I'm black. I like chicken, but I can't eat watermelon.
No, she likes fried chicken.
I like fried chicken. Yes, fried chicken, watermelon, that trope or whatever. But I can't eat it or I'll die. Well, I'm not gonna say I die. I just clear my throat.
You won't be comfortable.
I won't be. Yeah, I'm not comfortable. All right. Next on the list is but you said you liked watermelon, cantaloupe, and all that, right? You loved it?
I do.
Oh, okay. Make sure I didn't miss that. Okay. Black beans.
They're my bestie.
Okay. I like black beans if they're mixed with something. They're complementing something.
I eat black beans. And I can eat in a lot of stuff, like chili, like as a side item. I use them on my nachos since I don't put meat on my nachos. I use black beans. I've even made black bean brownies.
Ew.
I'll do that.
Wait a minute. Oh, I think I've. No,
they're delicious.
Okay, I'll let
That's
you.
That's a brownie I'll eat. Black bean brownies.
That sound. No. Sorry. Just I was trying, and then I was like, nope. Nope. Negative.
Don't like it till you try it. Delish.
Just how? Just I don't. None of that. No. Yeah, you have to explain that to me. I don't get that one.
Black beans, cocoa powder, vanilla, sugar, eggs. Stir it up, bake it in a pan.
So the black beans are whole.
No, you're gonna like crush them, like mash them up. You can put them in a food processor and lightly process them. Or you just kind of mash them with the back of a fork.
So they replace
the flour.
The flour, okay. They replace
because it's a lot of starch in a black bean.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever floats your fancy. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Nah. I'm good.
Okay. Well, I like black beans for the record.
I do like them if they're complimenting and they're not in a dessert. Anyways, mayo or Miracle Whip?
Is this an either or?
They both taste the same to me.
No, they don't. Mayo.
You prefer?
I'm not eating Miracle Whip. I'm not eating that. That's gross.
So, what's the difference for you?
Miracle Whip is sweet.
Okay.
It's not a mayonnaise. It's a salad dressing.
Okay. Which I don't know how you put that on a salad.
Right. That's they call it it's sweet. I'm not putting it on. I don't want a sweet sandwich. That's gross.
Okay.
Mayo all day.
I'll take neither unless it's being mixed in something. So like chicken salad, tuna salad, that's fine. But if it's on a sandwich, you can kick that sandwich off my plate. There's something about having egg, oil, and vinegar mixed in I just don't see no. If I wanted an egg, oil, and vinegar on my salad or sandwich, I would just do that. I don't like vinegar.
I find this flaw in your rationale.
What is my flaw?
You eat ranch dressing.
Okay.
It's a mayo-based dressing.
But it has enough seasoning in there. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I don't
Okay.
care. Mayo by itself, Miracle Whip by itself, it's the most blandest dressing topping. It's what is the point of it? What does it enhance? All
The
it
taste
does,
of your sandwich.
no, it just makes the sandwich moist enough. I know this is gonna sound horrible, but it's coming.
All right.
So
So
you
I don't
don't
eat lima
choke.
beans. I don't eat big lima beans because I don't want big stuff in my mouth. You don't eat eggplant because of the emoji. I don't like wet meat, and yet you want a moist sandwich.
I don't want a moist sandwich.
Oh, you don't want a moist. You want a
No,
dry sandwich. Okay.
it can only be like
This
so
is too
like
much.
so
This is
so I will
awful.
put ranch dressing like okay, let's go back to Subway again. If I'm getting a chicken bacon ranch sandwich, I want ranch, but I
Mm.
don't want it drenched in ranch so that it's soggy. I just want it enough for the flavor. That's about like mayo. Instead of you putting mayo on for flavor, it's just enough. It's just enough on there so you don't choke on a sandwich. And I'm like, just don't put it on there. Put something that has flavor on there so you have a flavorful sandwich. But mayo is just that's it. Mayo and Miracle Whip to me are just that's it. Like I said, unless it's mixed up in something to help, like what is it? A potato salad? Is it in potato salad? I don't
You
know.
can put it in there. I
Okay.
don't like it in anything, but
You don't like you're talking about
Miracle
Miracle
Whip.
Whip.
Yeah.
Whichever. I mean, I just don't care. I just find it a bland dressing, both of them, unless they're in there added as a complimentary. But anyways, you go mayo, no Miracle Whip. I don't care for either one.
That's my vote.
Asparagus,
Yes.
depending on how it's cooked.
How do you cook it?
Well, it can be roasted. That's fine, but it needs to be seasoned. That's what I should have said was seasoned, not cooked. Depending on how it's seasoned. If it's not seasoned enough, then to me it's just grass. It's just very
Yeah.
tough grass.
And I would prefer a lemon with mine.
Lemon.
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried lemon.
Try it.
Okay.
Like
Lemon.
once it's cooked, like right before you serve it, squeeze a little lemon juice on it.
Okay. What does that do for it?
To me, it enhances the flavor, but then I learned that it's something about the lemon juice that allows your body to access all of the nutrients in the asparagus.
Okay, because of the
Like
acid
you
to
have,
it, maybe.
I don't know, but how you have like complementing vitamins
Mm-hmm.
like iron and vitamin C. Like they have to go together
Yes.
to get the maximum benefit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Whatever is in asparagus and the lemon juice allows your body to adequately absorb it all.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll
But
try
it
that
tastes
next time.
good too.
It's okay. Like I said, it's all right if you season it right. If not, then it just tastes like grass. Okay, now that is actually the end of the list. But I have a question. I know we actually made it. We made it to the end of the list. Took us an hour and a half, but we made it.
We made it.
But my question for you is
Yes, I want some pancakes.
no, no.
Oh,
Out of everything you've eaten since you've turned, you have a vegan diet. You don't have the vegan lifestyle, right?
technically right.
Okay.
I have one leather belt and 2 pairs of leather boots, and I'm not getting rid of them. So
Okay. All right. So since you started doing the vegan diet, what is your favorite meal?
And for the record, because I don't want anybody who listens to this who's vegan to be hostile. For the purposes of this conversation, I eat a plant-based diet because technically being vegan is a lifestyle. Like it's not a partial, it's all or nothing.
Right.
And because I do have leather belt, leather shoes, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna claim to be vegan. I eat a plant-based diet. So I just want to say that.
That's
I
why I
don't wanna
said
upset
vegan
anyone.
diet, not that you were.
But that's the point. Like, you can't be vegan in diet only. It has to be all
Oh.
encompassing. So that's why I don't want to upset anyone. So yes, my plant-based
Ah.
diet.
Okay, cool.
My favorite meal, oddly enough, is what I liked before I stopped eating animal products because I wasn't a big meat eater, but I miss the cheese. But anyway, nachos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I love I love loaded nachos. The only difference is that I don't put cheese on it anymore. So it's still black beans, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, salsa, pico, avocado, tortilla chips. Just no cheese. That's the only difference.
Starches and fat.
Delicious. And protein, of course.
A little bit of protein. A little bit of protein
There you go.
squeezed in there.
And
Well,
it goes a long way.
isn't there vegan or plant-based cheese?
Yes.
So does it not melt the same? Have you not tried it yet? Like,
I've tried it. It does not melt the same.
okay.
And again, I like to eat purposefully for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So it does not, it's just made out of potato starch. So it's more so there for the color, for the flavor, which to me the flavor isn't that good. And it adds zero protein.
Okay.
So I don't see the point.
Okay. And I added starch that you didn't need.
Right. But I do eat, there is a vegan cheese that I love. And it's supposed to be Gouda, but it makes me think I'm eating provolone. And I love smoked provolone cheese. And it's a smoky Gouda vegan cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll eat that if I make a tomato sandwich. It's just a slice. It's sliced cheese. I don't like the shreds though, but it's just a slice of smoked Gouda, vegan Gouda. It's
Tomato
delicious.
sandwich.
So it's like bread.
I
toast the bread, and then I put avocado, and then I put a tomato, salt and pepper. It has to be either green leaf lettuce or romaine. Oh, did I miss the cheese slice? The cheese slice goes on the tomato, then the lettuce, the romaine or the green leaf lettuce. Then a very nice healthy dollop of mayo, vegan Hellman's vegan mayo. Shout out to Hellman's. And then you put it on top and slice, not diagonally, down the middle.
Oh, I knew you were a heathen, but I didn't know you were that much of a heathen.
You gotta have 2 rectangles, no triangles here.
What do you have? Like, what is your problem? You don't even eat the crust. So what does it matter?
Because at that point, I can't cut the crust off the bread. I have to pull it off. And if I were to bite the corners of a triangle, that first bite is going to be all crust. And that's gross. But if you have a rectangle, you can bite the middle first.
You can bite the middle of the triangle. Oh my gosh. I did not know. Oh God, I have no words. I am utterly speechless. I'm one that sandwich just was horrible.
I said the middle of the rectangle. It's not like the middle. It's more like you don't have to start on the edges, because really if you eat down the middle, like all of it's going to be the same bite. Whereas with the triangle, it's like a little bit, then you work toward the middle and it's a lot, and then you have to go back to the other end and it's a little bit. It's like it's just not even. It's weird. So a rectangle is pretty much the same. I'm not weird. I'm normal.
The triangle is the perfect. Like, it makes the sandwich taste better. That's why it's a triangle.
Wow. So because a shape makes a sandwich taste better.
You just had an argument. No, you just had your argument saying it's all even if it's a rectangle. You get a certain amount of bite. That's the taste. You cannot
But I don't want the crust. I'm avoiding the crust. That's my point.
Then just cut the crust off.
But I toasted the bread, so it's different.
And you don't toast it to where it's going to crumble anyway. So just peel the edges off.
Very lightly toasted. Well, eventually I do, but then the lettuce is hanging over the edges. And I'm not just going to get a knife and cut everything off, because...
Then cut it off before you toast it.
Then that's going to make the edges crispy. There's going to be a crust on a crust without the crust. That's weird. You just made a new crust.
I'm Son,
Well, who takes the crust off the bread just to make another crust?
who is like almost 40 and still doesn't eat crust?
I don't eat. I cannot. Y'all can keep it. I'm not
Oh
eating
my
crust.
gosh. I
There is
can't.
nothing you can do. Well, there is one thing you can do to make me eat crust. You can pay me. But other than that, I might still
Somebody,
gag. I would gag.
somebody cash app her some money and say he ate this
Mm-mm,
crust.
Even hot dog buns, like hot dog buns, you have to pull that brown part. Just pull that part off.
She's cussing everybody out who ever ate a hot dog.
I'm
Which
just
one?
I'm just.
Why are you even eating hot dogs? You don't like hot dogs to begin with.
But I mean, before this, before the plant based eating.
There's plant-based hot dogs. I'm talking about the fact that you don't like hot dogs anyway. Before the plant-based, because they're all mashed up and mushed together.
Yeah,
So
I
why are
would
you even?
probably eat one. I would eat one once a year. Yeah, you're right. Once a year, I would eat one.
Why once a year? Is that because you're on your camping trip?
No, I don't eat hot dogs on camping trip. But glamping, remember?
Glamping. I'm
But
sorry.
probably like if I'm at a family member's house for like one of the holidays that you grill out.
Like
I'll
how
say
vague you are.
I mean, there are a lot of holidays you grill out. You got
That's
Labor
true.
Day, Memorial Day. What else? Yeah, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
What else you got? If you're in my family, you got Thanksgiving.
Oh man, if you don't grill out on Thanksgiving, are
So
you
yeah, it's like
really?
one of those holidays that they're grilling. Then I'll get a pack of hot dogs for the deacon, and I'll throw them on the grill.
So he can
So
eat hot dogs.
his dad says he can. So I buy them.
You just don't fight that battle.
I
Okay.
do not. Yeah, some stuff I've given up on already.
Well, you might mean you might, because here's the thing though.
No,
He's gonna
you're not
eat
gonna tell
whatever
me
he
about the
wants.
rat meat dogs.
No,
rat meat,
no. I'm
rat
not
meat.
saying that certain stuff's not in hot dogs. That I'm not saying. And I'm not saying there's certain things not in our food, period. Anything that's packaged, there's probably something in there. Just don't think too hard on it. But I mean, eventually when he gets up older, I mean, might as well get a taste of it now before he gets too old. And then, he's just eating all the garbage because he never had a chance to.
Well, hey, I don't fight the battle. If he wants it, if his dad says he can have it, he can have it. But anyway, so yeah, I may eat a hot dog once a year at one of those holidays. But other than that, no, I'm not.
I'm not eating a hot dog. I'm not
But
eating
when
a
I
hot dog
do,
either.
I'm
So.
taking the crust off the bread because I don't want the brown part. I'm just peeling the hot dog bun. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's not even crusty. That part's not, it's still soft. It's still soft. You can sit there and
so
lick it and it's
again,
still going to be soft. You put
we're
water
talking
on it.
about it's relative though. We're talking about comparing it to the rest of the bun. I'm not saying it's hard. I'm saying it's a different texture.
You and these
than the rest
textures.
of it. But if it's a light skin bun, I'm okay because it's soft.
Oh, now
But
she's colorist to buns. Can't be one of them dark buns. Don't eat them.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm the same way with pancakes. I don't do dark skin pancakes. I just waffles. Has to be light because they absorb stuff better. Anyway, nachos. Nachos is my answer to a then versus now. So back to you to wrap up this conversation. What is something you ate as a kid? My question is going to be, what is something you ate as a kid that now that you're an adult, you won't eat?
Hot dogs is one that comes to mind. But hold on, let me think. Oh, got it. Bologna.
What?
Bologna.
Oh, yes, that's horrible. Bologna is just a hot dog slice.
It is. I can't. And the fried bologna, it's just too many. That is if you were poor, if you just needed some nostalgia, like I just couldn't. The red sausage, like all that was the same meat. That's all it was. It was the
just
same.
A few different seasons and a few different shapes.
That's it. And in breakfast, I'm like, just give me the scrambled eggs. I don't even want that.
Oh, you all had hot dogs and eggs together?
Yeah. That toast.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nasty.
it was disturbing.
Mm.
It was that or the split sausage, not sausages, whatever it's called. I want to say they're the red hot. They're not red hots because I couldn't eat those.
Oh, like the sausages like on the cartoon?
Yeah, something like that. Yes. I
Ew. Yeah,
just,
my
but I
grandma
mean,
used to buy those. That's
what could you
nasty.
afford? So you had to, you had to get protein in your diet, or what protein that was. I'm like, kill me a bird. Like I just after a while,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
that
We
was too
didn't have
much.
that. We ate bacon.
No,
Like,
couldn't afford bacon, couldn't afford sausage. No, we could afford sausage. I think the one of the first times, or the few times we had it, of course, it was in the roll. It was very rare that we had
oh
it.
my gosh, I hated that.
Why?
That would piss me off. I cannot stand it as a kid. Like I don't do like it as an adult. Like the sausage that came like it's just one big tube of meat.
Yes.
And no, and then you gotta still sit there and figure out how to make it into a patty.
Patty, yeah.
Just buy the patties and be done with it. No, I'm not doing
Yes.
it.
I only
No.
buy the tube if I'm making a breakfast casserole.
Right. That's what it's for. But it's not
Right.
to make like my grandma used to just buy this tube of meat and it's like
And you're sitting there trying to slice it and make a patty, and the patties don't come out right, and half of them crunchy because you.
yes, and that's how my grandma used to buy stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I should have just bought some patties.
Exactly.
We could have been eating by now.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's like, and if it's not okay, so I think my mom had a trick where it had to be like partially frozen,
Yes, that's the way you do it.
and
But
it
for
was
some reason,
like,
nobody told them that. And
yeah, and it was like she figured it out, and then she started doing it. But of course, it has to be unthawed enough on the outside so the knife could get through. But I'm like, after you do all that doggone work, you could have just popped them out the freezer and laid them in the skillet.
oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, so that my childhood food that I will never eat again, you couldn't pay me to eat, is those bologna slices, fried bologna, where you take the the red part off. Oh, ugh, I can't. I cannot.
Mm-mm.
That is one meal I can not meal, but one type of food I cannot eat. I couldn't eat boiled eggs for a while, but I can as long as it's like in a salad or something. I can do that. But that was another one. I have several
Oh
kid
my
foods I don't
gosh.
eat. Catfish is another.
Yeah,
Living
that's gross.
living on the river, always cookouts and stuff. Ugh, catfish galore. And they didn't debone them, so you had, the whole entire, yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat fish with bones. I don't eat anything
Yeah.
with bones.
So I didn't, and after a while, having that all, you just don't like. And I don't like the smell of them. There's, they're bottom feeders, so not the
They
best fish to
they
have.
stink.
Yeah, they stink. They do stink really bad. And I think that's it. I think that is it. There's nothing that I have had as a kid that I wouldn't. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I do have one more food, and then we can go. Chitterlings, like chitlins.
Heck no. Just like you said, you eat with your nose first. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. That's just no.
My mom tricked me into eating some because I would never try them because I've smelt them first before they were cooked. And I'm like, who wants to eat crab filled intestines? I don't understand that. And I understand it back in the day. Slaves only could eat, leftover parts or whatever. You had to eat what you can get. I get that. We're above that now. Why are we still eating pig intestines? Okay. Explain that to me. But I
We have
try.
healthcare now.
That's like, come on, people. We have options. Why are we eating all
Right.
parts of the animal that's not necessarily nutritious? And anyways, my uncle had made some and my mom was like, here, try this. Try this. I smell it. And it smelled like bacon. And I was like, okay. And I tried it and I was like, it's a little like gummy, but I mean, other than that, it kind of tastes like bacon too. And she's like, well, you just ate some chitlins. And I was like, okay, I can go to the bathroom and throw up now. I'm done. Like
Mm-mm.
I was done with it. I was like, it's on the level of cooking broccoli. Like, cooked broccoli has a fart smell. and something on that level. And I'm just like, this is disgusting. Why would you eat that? But I can eat broccoli just fine, but it doesn't always smell like a fart either. So,
Oh my gosh. And on that note,
moral of today's story is, I have no idea.
don't eat wet meat. Don't lick olives. Eggplants are good for you, even though they look like the emoji.
And use a different dressing for your sandwich. It doesn't have to be mayo.
Exactly. The end.
The end. We are out of here. Good talking to you again. See you next time.
Gonna go eat my pancakes. See you later.
Oh my gosh. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, did you enjoy that podcast? So did we. Check us out for our most recent updates on IG at City Country Chicks Podcast.